Hi guys, hi Sandy, hi Rosie. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you're feeling better, Sandy. I'm so glad that you went and did what you did. And I hope that it made you feel 100% better. You know that you've been in my prayers. What the heck? Sure! They're throwing toilet paper at us. Sit down. Right now. Don't make me get up. It's like a 2-year-old. Gotta keep an eye on him 24/7. Is anybody else's husband this way? Throwing toilet paper at us during a video. Guys, we got one update. I'm really confused about it though. I told you about my sister Melody. She's pregnant with baby Olsen, and she's not due till May. I think the end of May. I'm not really sure. I know she's not due till May. And she was already 2% dilated and 70% effaced. Whatever that means. And I guess it's not good if you're early. Anyway, I got a message from her last night that said I'm in labor. She's at the hospital in labor. Well, this morning there is no pictures of any babies, or I haven't got a message from her saying she's still in the hospital, or if she had the baby, or if they sent her home, or what is going on. So I'm glad to write her when we get off here and see what is going on again, to see if what is happening, because last time I had heard from her, the baby Olsen was only 3 pounds and so many odd ounces. He was just very, very tiny. So yeah. And you know how their weight fluctuates. I learned that with Kinsley when she was in the womb. She would gain and then she would lose, and then back and forth. When she was born early, and she was a twin, but her twin passed away. And when Kinsley was born, she only weighed 4 pounds, 7 ounces, I think. I know it was 4 pounds something, I think it was 7 ounces. She was 18 inches long, tiniest little baby I ever seen in my life. Just like holding a little teeny tiny. I held baby dolls bigger than her. You guys seen her. I showed her to you guys. It was like I was holding her. She was smaller than a basketball when she was wadded up. I was afraid you'd break her. So I can imagine that she has Olsen. If she hasn't already, I don't know. Because she said that Sherman and I could go in the delivery room with her. She'd love for us to be in there with her. But we'd need somebody to, take us there, because we don't have a vehicle. And I didn't think she'd want to come all the way out here while she was in labor to pick us up, because it's a good ways. And I don't know anybody else that would come and get us. So I don't know any way that we could be there. So I don't know. She had nobody there with her last night, so I don't know if she had the baby or what. But I'm going to try to find out today, and I'll let you guys know tomorrow what I found out. But that's the only update that I have for you guys today. So if you guys want to follow along with our Bible reading today, we'll be reading in the New International Version, and we'll be starting with Luke chapter 9, verses 28 through verse 50. Starting with the transfiguration of Jesus. And let's see how his disciples act about this, how they react to this. And notice when Jesus is always taking disciples somewhere, when he's taken certain disciples, it always seems like he's always taken Peter, John, and James. Seems like it's always those three he takes the most. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But anyway, let's get started. The Transfiguration. About 8 days after Jesus said this, he took Peter, John, and James with him and went up onto a mountain to pray. As he was praying, the appearance of his face changed, and his clothes became as bright as a flash of lightning. 2 men, Moses and Elijah, appeared in glorious splendor, talking with Jesus. They spoke about his departure, which was about to bring to fulfillment at Jerusalem. Peter and his companions were very sleepy, but when they became fully awake, they saw his glory and the 2 men standing with him. As the men were leaving Jesus, Peter said to him, "Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us put up 3 shelters, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." He did not know what he was saying. While he was speaking, a cloud appeared and covered them, and they were afraid. As they entered the cloud, a voice came from the cloud saying, "This is my Son, whom I have chosen. Listen to him." When the voice had spoken, they found that Jesus was alone. The disciples kept this to themselves and did not tell anyone at that time what they had seen. The next day, when they came down from the mountainside, a large crowd met him. A man in the crowd called out, "Teacher, I beg you to look at my son, for he is my only child. A spirit seizes him, and he suddenly screams. It throws him into convulsions so that he foams at the mouth. It scarcely ever leaves him, and is destroying him. I begged your disciples to drive it out, but they could not." "You unbelieving and perverse generation," Jesus replied. "How long shall I stay with you and put up with you? Bring your son here." Even while the boy was coming, the demon threw him to the ground in a convulsion. But Jesus rebuked the impure spirit, healed the boy, and gave him back to his father. And they were all amazed at the greatness of God. Now Jesus is going to predict his death the second time. But they still don't understand what he is talking about. While everyone was marveling at all that Jesus did, he said to his disciples, "Listen carefully to what I am about to tell you. The Son of Man is going to be delivered into the hands of men." But they did not understand what this meant. It was hidden from them, so that they did not grasp it, and they was afraid to ask him about it. An argument started among the disciples as to which of them would be the greatest. Jesus, knowing their thoughts, took a little child and had him stand beside them. Then he said to them, "Whoever welcomes this little child in my name welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. For it is the one who is least among you who is the greatest." "Master," said John, "we saw someone driving out demons in your name, and we tried to stop him, because he is not one of us." "Do not stop him," Jesus said, "for whoever is not against you is for you." And that is where we're going to stop with Luke for today. Now remember, when we're starting our psalm today, which is Psalm 73, we finished up the Psalms of David yesterday. Psalms of David that we loved. But these Psalms are really good as well. All the Psalms are good, I think. I just particularly love the Psalms of David. This is Psalms book 3, which is Psalm 73 through 89. And this is Psalm 73, a psalm of Asaph. If you want to, you can sit back and close your eyes. It's kind of a little bit of a long psalm. Not too long, but not too short. So, it'll take a few minutes to read. So if you want to sit back and close your eyes and let the words touch your heart and spread to your soul, you can, and if you don't want to, that's fine as well. Let's begin. Surely God is good to Israel, to those who are pure in heart. But as for me, my feet had almost slipped. I had nearly lost my foothold, for I envied the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. They have no struggles. Their bodies are healthy and strong. They are free from common human burdens. They are not plagued by human ills. Therefore, pride in their necklace. They clothe themselves with violence. From their callous hearts comes iniquity. Their evil imaginations have no limits. They scoff and speak with malice. With arrogance they threaten oppression. Their mouths lay common claim to heaven, and their tongues take possession of the earth. Therefore their people turn to them and drink up waters in abundance. They say, how would God know? Does the Most High know anything? This is what the wicked are like, always free of care. They go on amassing wealth. Surely in vain I have kept my heart pure, and have washed my hands in innocence. All day long I have been afflicted, and every morning brings new punishments. If I had spoken out like that, I would have betrayed your children. When I tried to understand all this, it troubled me deeply, till I entered the sanctuary of God. Then I understood their final destiny. Surely you placed them on a slippery ground. You cast them down to ruin. How suddenly they are destroyed, completely swept away by terrors. They are like a dream when one awakes. When you arise, Lord, you would despise them as fantasies. When my heart was grieved and my spirit embittered, I was senseless and ignorant. I was a brute beast before you, yet I am always with you. You hold me by your right hand. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will take me into your glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And earth has nothing I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is my strength of my heart, and my portion forever. Those who are far from you will perish. You destroy all who are unfaithful to you. But as for me, it is good to be near God. I have made the sovereign Lord my refuge. I will tell of all your deeds. And that is where we stop our psalm, Psalm 73. That was Psalm 73. Hope you guys enjoyed that psalm. You guys may open your eyes if you had them closed. And we're going to end today's Bible reading with Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10. The righteous care for the needs of their animals. The righteous care for the needs of their animals, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. The righteous care for the needs of their animals, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. Even the kindest acts the wicked do are cruel. and the righteous care for their animals. Okay guys, that was our Bible reading for today. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a pretty sunshiny weekend. I think it's going to rain here again. But let's bring those souls to Jesus. And I will see you guys hopefully again tomorrow with another Bible reading, God willing. Bye guys. God bless.